This card right here, the AMEX PLAT card, is getting me a value of $820 free just for having it. The AMEX PLAT card is coming out with new benefits to the ones that they already have out that is increasing the benefits that we're having by $160 on 2 different cases, totaling up to a $300 difference. This premium travel card is shifting its mindset for the people that are going to be using it because they're not traveling as much. So they're going to be staying at home, and a couple things that it's adding onto it is some credits for streaming services and credits for your phone services as well. So stick around and find out what they're offering us during this time where everybody's sticking home and trying to stay away from the virus and not catch anything while they're at home on their phones and their TVs, computers, or whatnot, streaming and surfing the web, and what they can offer for you. And here it comes. Hey, what's up guys? My name is Chase and this is a Penny Pincher's Guide channel. I'm just gonna give you a bottom line up front that this platinum card right here has actually gave me a value of $820 at the minimum, and that's not counting all the other benefits that go with it, but the ones that I'm just gonna point out to you right now. So that breaks up into 2 $160 values from the phone and then from the streaming services. And then you're gonna have 2 $200 credits that we'll talk about a little bit later, and then 1 $100 credit. So the first thing we're gonna talk about is the new AMEX Platinum benefit that's gonna be starting on May 1st and then going all the way to December of 2020. They're gonna be starting to enact a $20 per month for your streaming service of your choice. So I'm talking Netflix, YouTube, Sling, pretty much anything that you can think of that's gonna be streaming. It even counts Spotify and music providers as well. They're gonna be fronting $20 of that bill, and for the most part covering all of that. So I'm gonna put a list of them right here, just kind of get you a visual representation of what we're seeing, but pretty much anything you can think of that has to do with streaming, it's there. Hulu also is another big one. I think this is one of the ways that they're trying to battle people not going out and traveling as much, as now they're partnering with some of these places so that they can funnel the money towards them. But it's pretty great because a lot of us already at least have Netflix or Hulu or Spotify or something, and now we can just use this card to pay for it, and they'll cover up to $20. So if you spend $11, they'll pay for that. You just won't get the full benefit of the card. And then the other thing is going to be another $20 a month towards your phone bill. So I'm talking Verizon, Sprint, AT&T, T-Mobile, all those. If you use your card to pay with your bill, then it's going to cover $20 off of that bill. Now, the only downside is it's not going to be something for putting it towards a phone or any accessory. And then I also don't think it actually applies to like a pay-as-you-go thing that you go at Walmart or something like that. It has to be one of the name brand, Verizon, AT&T, and so on. So for these past 2 that I just talked about, that's a total of $160 a piece, totaling up to $320. So if you already have this card, you could be getting an added benefit of $320 over the next part of the year. And if you don't have the card, well, that just kind of totals up to $320 of the $550 that are with the fee. So those are the 2 big changes that I was going to hit on this video, and I'm also going to talk about some of the ones that are already pre-existing that I have already been using as well. So one of the things I use on a monthly basis is the Uber credits. They actually give you a $15 Uber credit that you can use to to get an Uber anywhere you want, and you can also use Uber Eats, and that's what I use it mostly for. So I look around at places, restaurants around me that I can get, and I look for food that costs about $10, and then there's a fee associated with it, and there's also a tip. So all that all together is up to be $15, and I end up getting a free meal once a month for $15 delivered to my door, and it's great. I'm happy, I tip the driver, they're happy, and my belly's happy, so everybody's happy. So that's $15 a month, and you also get an additional $35 in December to total up to about $200 in credits for the whole year. Now the next one is what most people hear about the AMEX Platinum card being a traveling card. They actually give you $200 towards the airline of your choice. So for me, I used to fly with American Airlines quite a bit, and that's who I picked for my particular $200 credit. And in the past, I actually was able to use my AMEX Platinum card, buy a gift card off the website of American Airlines, and then use that gift card to buy my flight. And I was able to get $200 off my flight, which is great. I've heard that people have been having some problems with that. It hasn't been working, but that's just how my experience was, and it actually worked out amazing for that point. And then you can also use it for like in-flight purchases. You can get some drinks, or you can get upgraded food. You can upgrade your seat, or it's really great. You know, if you fly at least once a year or something like that, you can use this to just kind of upgrade it, and it really makes sense. Another one of the credits that Amex give you is a $100 credit towards Saks Fifth Avenue. So you can go into the store, or you can actually go online and do it there. And that's what I personally do. So I go online, I go to the clearance section up there. That's where I spend most of my time. Comes down, and then I will sort that with the lowest to highest in price. And I'll go close to the lowest range, and Saks Fifth Avenue is super expensive. I already know that, but you can get some nice socks there for that $50 range for the first half of the year, and then you also get $50 for the second half of the year. So I'll get myself some socks or something like that just because it's so expensive there, or it'll be a good birthday gift for somebody. So I just want to point out that I'm not saying that you should get this card so that you get all these benefits. The way I look at it is I'm already doing all these things, and therefore this card is just an added benefit. So I already get Netflix, so this is a way that it can cover my Netflix. I already have a phone bill, and this knocks off $20, so that's great. The $15 in Uber, I mean, I wouldn't normally do that because it's super expensive with the fees and everything, but $15 free meal is great anyway, so that one's good. And then the airline, I was already doing my flights. I was already going to go home and see my family for Christmas, for Thanksgiving, so why not get that extra flight $200 off? Or if I can go to the lounges and all this stuff, and that's something for another video, but it was things that's already going to happen, so it made sense for me to have this card. Now, some people are going to be talking about, well, what about the $550 fee that goes along with it? Well, for me personally, I'm actually in the military, so they will waive that fee for me, so I'm literally getting all this stuff for free, whereas everybody else, you can get that $550 fee, and for most people, if you do these things, you're going to pay for it, right? So I had talked about the $160 credit towards your streaming service, $160 credit towards your phone, $200 credit towards airlines, $200 credit towards Uber and Uber Eats, and then you also get a $100 credit towards Saks Fifth. So all that added up, it adds up to about $820. So clearly way above $550, and that's not to mention all the other things that kind of go with it. So for me, it's great. When I actually go to retire from the Air Force, it's going to be a lot of sitting down, calculating, just making sure that that $550 fee is worth it in the long run after I get out. But for some reason, I feel like it's going to be worth it with all the benefits that go along with it. So with that being said, I hope you got some value from this. If you learned something new, or if you just thought it was a good video to watch, go ahead and hit that like button right there. It really makes a big difference for our channel. And also subscribe and hit that notification bell. We're going to be putting out some more videos just on basic finance. We'll also cover some of the COVID-19 news and what's happening there. And if you just want to see our smiling, happy faces, go ahead and hit that little subscribe button. And I just want to thank you for tuning in and just watching these videos. It really means a lot to me. And I just want to make sure that you remember to pinch a little.